Hello friends. So now we are 2 months into the lockdown and to a large extent got used to it, and we have come to a state of mind which we call it as a comfort zone. It's a psychological state. Let's look at the functions of mind first. The mind has got 4 clear functions, and they are registration, recognition, reflection, and response. To give you a small example, let's say we are walking on the street and we see something crawling by. That's registration, that you are seeing something crawling by. When you look at it intently, you find that this is a snake. So that is a recognition. Now this is a snake. Now how do you do the next step? Usually what we call as reflection. Okay, what do I do with this? Now, do I shoo it away or kill it? Now that becomes your response, whether to shoo it away or to kill it. Now this is exactly what happens with your mind when you are set into these kind of long-term hibernation, what we call as comfort zone. It's a psychological state in which things feel familiar to the person and they are at ease and they perceive that they are in control of their environment, experiencing a very low level of anxiety and stress, and feeling okay, what we call the feel good factor. Oh, I have come now to understand the situation and leave the situation comfortable. Now Badwick, a psychologist, now defines this term as a behavioral state where a person operates in an anxiety neutral position. Now what do you mean by this anxiety neutral position? What do you mean by that? That means now nothing in the present state is going to bother you. You've come over it. Now this is what we call the comfort zone. And a comfort zone is a very, very dangerous situation that anybody can get into. So let's look at it. What do I want to term it as in the larger perspective? Now, one of the things that happens the moment you are in a comfort zone, that you will stop thinking about your goals. You will say, okay, I have achieved what I need to achieve. I am here where I am and I rather stay put with it. So you will not strive to do anything better from what you are now. And this is a very dangerous thing to happen. Comfort zone also blocks your growth opportunities. Now I have many friends who are of my age and nearabouts who keep saying, "Arey, हमने तो सब कुछ हासिल किया है. We have done everything that we need to do under the sun. We got our children educated, they are married, they are settled, we have a house, we have everything. So what more do we need?" I said, look, this is exactly what happens when you get into a comfort zone. All the opportunities that you can have, now you have blocked yourself. If somebody asks me, now why do I need to have an opportunity at all? Please remember, every day you're going to sleep with a thought that tomorrow I'm going to have a new beginning. Something new is going to happen. Everybody looks forward to something new. irrespective of whatever age they are. And that is what we call as opportunity. And please remember, such events keep on happening in your life. And all these events elicit a response from you. And those responses are the one which give you the outcome. This I call E plus R is equal to O. I mean, events happening in your life, how do you respond to it, and that gives you the outcome. Let me give you another example. Let's say you find that there is an opportunity to serve an NGO, and you respond to them saying that, well, why not? Let me have a look at it. And you go about your task. And in the very first day, you will find that you have achieved something. There was some goal in it. There was some kind of a thrill in it. There was some kind of a satisfaction in it. And that is what opens up opportunities. So events, when they happen, you need to respond to it favorably, and that opens up opportunities. And you can get the outcome that you desire. Comfort zone, normally what happens, it completely inhibits your success. It closes you from all opportunities. You can never be a success as a person because you have said, okay, I have done enough, I'm end with it. That's not right. We need to always look forward to next goals, next things that I can do, where I can reach, what else can I do for this world to make it a better place. Keep on thinking. You will find that your next goals and next goals coming up. Most people think that leaving one's comfort zone will result in entering the panic zone, meaning I am going to take risk. In fact, this is the reason many people who are in a comfort zone do not embark upon a new business, because they think, why should I? Everything is going on fine with me. Now, the streak of entrepreneurship is completely gone. Entrepreneurs have to take risk. In fact, what are the kind of risk that entrepreneur has? Very simple, 3 kinds of risk. One is a psychological risk, that failure can happen, it will hurt me. Second is a sociological risk, that people will shun me, saying that, look, he is a failure. And third is a monetary risk. Now, if you look at the other side of the coin, these are also rewards. If you do well, you get psychological rewards. You get sociological rewards. People start recognizing you. You get monetary rewards. So what stops you from taking that risk? So let's move forward. So between these 2 zones of human experience is the growth zone, where you are prepared to at least exert yourself in doing something. Now, most people think that why should I even think about a growth zone when I have reached the summer of my career, or when I have reached the sunset of my career. Now look at this, there are 2 terms. Somebody thinks that a sunshine is the best thing that can happen to you. And one sunshine does not make a summer. One sunshine does not make a summer. So you can't stay with it. Neither you should think that I am in the sunset of my career, so I need not do anything. That's a dangerous situation to be. So you need to look at what is the growth zone that I can look at. It's a place where we learn, expand, grow, and reach out. Let me tell you, in today's life, everybody has to upskill. Now look at me. I have to come here, right here, my times during my, youth and during my middle, ages. I never had the, comforts of all these kind of tools to connect with you and to share with you my ideas. We never had. But look at the change that has brought. And look at the way I have adapted and adopted these kind of technologies to be there with you all. So it's very important that we should continue to learn, expand and grow and reach out to our potential at whatever age we are. And here I need to share something which Devanand has taught me. See, Devanand was even working on the last day before his death. He was writing a script for his new movie. And I used to always say this, that one should live a life like Devanand. That I need to do everything new every time. And look at the way he lived his life. So one has to break away from your comfort zone. And why you need to break away? Because if you do not break away, you will never be able to realize that I need to do something better. All that you did in this last 60 days was great to absorb, understand, skill yourself with new things. And as I said, keep on upskilling. You need to upskill yourself every time. And that's the only way you can be relevant today and also tomorrow. Please remember, your children and grandchildren are going to, connect with you only if you can connect with them on technology terms. Otherwise, they'll say, oh, my grandpa does nothing. He knows nothing. How do I get it? Very important. And these are the best things that you can do to see that you are connected with your grandchildren through technology. So let's look at this in one of my favorite diagrams. Okay. Now, comfort zone. I have deliberately painted it red. Now, what do you do in a comfort zone? You feel safe and in control of everything. Everything is happening the way I want. I'm relaxed. Let me sleep out. Let me read something in the comforts and let me read the Mahabharatas and Ramayana. Not yet. Yes, you can read them also, but you should not look at old stories to create a new world. You should read what is happening currently. You should know what is the new technology that is taking you forward. And please don't get stuck in ancient times. And this is the big mistake many people do when they grow old. Oh, I'm old already, so I should now follow the path of spirituality. Yes, spirituality has to be there from day one, and not that you pursue spirituality at the fag end of your life. No. Spirituality and religion. These things have to live with you all your life, and not now I'm old now, I'm going to die, so why not I follow or take up the spirituality as my first goal? Not at all. Yes, you can follow spirituality also. You can read all these, epics also, mythology also, all those that give you good lessons. Great. Don't get stuck in those old times. You should know where the world is going. So, what's next? What's next? What's next should be in your mind. Now, from comfort zone, you get into fear zone. Now, what happens in the fear zone? The first thing that hits you is you are completely bereft of your confidence, lack of confidence. क्यों करना है? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Now, these are the words that come out because you realize that I don't want to do anything, and your confidence level goes down. Every day you got to stand up and think that I have to do something new to boost up your confidence. I have to meet a new person to boost up your confidence. Please remember, at no point of time you should ever give up your communication skills, your networking skills, and these are the two things that build your confidence. I have seen many people during this lockdown have grown a beard, looking very sullen. Why? Have a shave. Every day should be normal. Get up early in the morning, do your rituals. Never ever give up anything that you have been doing. But of course, you've got to stay at home. But stay at home. But all other things can be done staying at home. So never ever get into the, into a shield or saying that I don't want to do anything. Please maintain your continuity. Everything that you have been doing earlier, you continue doing, including shaving yourself and coming and sitting in front of people, chatting up with them. Very important. That's the one that builds your confidence. Now, as I said, most people have taken this lockdown as an excuse to not do many things. And as I said, the first thing that they have stopped doing is looking after their personal hygiene. Having a nice shave, having a bath, wearing good clothes, fresh clothes, looking smart. And these are all good for your good feeling. If you need to have that good feeling up there, you need to dress well, you need to look well. Very important. Don't find excuses. Oh, there's a lockdown, so I can sit back and do nothing. These excuses are the ones which are the most dangerous ones. Never get into that kind of a region at all. And be affected by others' opinion. Please remember, during any such kind of a pandemic or any kind of a crisis or any kind of a downtrend, there are hundreds of people giving you all kind of opinions. And the opinions are all coming from where? Coming from their fear cycles. Coming from their, pessimist thinking. That, oh, the world is coming to end. Come on, give me a break. Oh, nothing is going to happen. Oh, we are all going to get stuck for a lifetime inside our homes. All these things are going to pass by. How do you best use these times to upskill yourself, to develop yourself? And these are very important. So please do not listen to all these kind of advices that people give you. And some of them give you unsolicited advices. अरे उन्नी सर, आपको क्या है? आपके बच्चे शादी कर लिए हैं, सब सेटल है, आराम करो आप. No, I don't believe in that. Neither I will tell people that, oh, everything is settled now, go back, relax. No. You have to keep learning till your last breath. You have to keep upskilling yourself till your last breath. As long as your legs, arms, your organs of the body move, please move. Do something that keeps on exciting each of those organs, whether it is auditory or ocular or your oral skills. Okay, everything. See, all those organs in your body need action. So don't be affected by anybody's opinion. My next stage is what we talk about, the learning zone. As I said, so this is one area which you can never say that I have gone through this already during my school, during my college, during my work. Yes, everything has been a learning stage. Please remember, learning and upskilling is a continuous activity. If you think that I'm going to shut my learning, faculties, that's the biggest mistake one does in his life. You've got to keep learning. You will have problems, you will have challenges, and deal with them. Like, nobody ever thought that the COVID would happen and we'd all be shut down at our homes for 2 months. But have we not coped with it? I'm sure almost 80% of the people have coped with it very well. It's only that 20%. Look at that 80-20 factor. The Pareto principle applies everywhere, including the poor and those who are, probably those migrants who are walking up. They are coping with the problem. It's only those 20% who are sitting and feeling bad. Oh, what a thing has happened, and sulking. Very bad. You have to deal with these challenges and these problems. You have to acquire new skills. As I said, upskill yourself. Learn new skills. Like, I have been working on and how do I improve my presentation online? How do I do the next thing, that is, how do I mix the synchronous and asynchronous learning tools together to offer my students something new? Many things that I have been trying to put together in my presentations. Why do I do this? I do this because I know that now it is all going to be through VC, video conferencing. So how do I keep my students engaged? How do I tell them how do I have all those antics that I used to do in the classroom to keep them engaged? And I have come with some kind of absolutely unbelievable tools which I will unleash online, and I'll entertain my children the way they have been always entertained in all this 8-9 years of academic life that I've had. Extend your comfort zone. Now this is where it says that what was your comfort zone earlier, you have to keep on extending in that. Now what do you mean by this? Why do you discuss that in terms of comfort zone at all? Please remember, when you acquire new skills, when you deal with your challenges and problems, when you know that these are all things that I can get through easily and these times will pass over, you will start extending your comfort zone. You will say, yes, more the merrier. Now, that is what I mean by extending your comfort zone. Now we come to my last area, where what I call as a growth zone. Now what do we do in a growth zone? First, find purpose. Please remember, nobody can lead a life of fulfillment if that person does not have a purpose in living. And what is the purpose? Many people will come with lots of spiritual ideas. Let us not get into all those things. Simple purpose in life is to make this world a better place. Whatever you acquired through your academic learning, through your experiential learning, okay, whatever skills you acquired, your born skills, okay, your learned skills, apply them for offering newer perspectives to the world. Unless you find that deep purpose in you, you will never be able to begin with your journey in the growth zone. And this purpose have to keep on changing. If somebody asked me what was my purpose 20 years ago, it was completely different from what it is now. And I can tell you, it's so dynamic now. 2 years down the line, my purpose can also change further. Unless we adopt this kind of attitude, we are not any time getting into the growth zone. Now, dreams. Who doesn't have dreams? Everybody has dreams. Now, here again, Please remember, like Abdul Kalam said, that it's the dream that doesn't allow you to sleep. That is what you have to perceive. So your dreams have to be big. When I say big, I also mean that it has to be grounded in reality. Like you say in Hindi, ख्वाब देखो बड़े, ख्वाब देखो बड़े, लेकिन हकीकत के दायरे में. So you need to be able to realize those dreams. So it has to be grounded in reality. Next, set new goals. Somebody asked me, were your goals which you had set last week, are they not relevant? Maybe. What you said 2 years ago, are they not relevant? May not. Now, please remember, in goal setting, you would have learned one very important term which says long-term goal setting and short-term goal setting. Now, how do you differentiate between these two? Somebody asked me, how do you go about in this explanation to your class? See, I tell my class, I ask them, do you have goals? Most of them say yes. The next question I ask them, have you got written down goals? This is where they say no. Then I tell them, see, unless you have written down goals and your career goals and your personal goals both written down separately and align them, you will never be able to do anything. Because then how do you create milestones? How do you create steps? How do you create a process to achieve them? Like Brendan Burchard's formula. He says you should have DUMB goals, D-U-M-B. And D stands for dream driven. U stands for uplifting, meaning inspiring. M stands for method friendly. M stands for method friendly, and B stands for behavior driven. So what does he mean by that? He means that everybody should have a set of goals, and those set of goals should be DUMB goals, meaning they are all achievable. Someone else also talks about SMART goals. Yes, specific, measurable, achievable, okay, repeatable, okay, and task oriented. So all these kind of goal setting principles you can use, but please remember, you have to set new goals whenever you are coming out of such a situation, to see that you are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel in new perspectives. Then you have to conquer your objectives. Now, conquer your objectives, very simply said, but the objectives have to be driven by two very important aspects. One is through strategy, which is long term, and other one is through tactics. Now, the tactics and strategies both have to go hand in hand to conquer your objectives. Now, if you take care of these templates, these ideas that I've given, I'm sure each one of you will come out of this lockdown and this kind of a forced sitting at home with new light in your heart, with new desires in your heart, and new areas that you want to explore to make this world a better place. So let's all move from this comfort zone and fear zone to a zone of learning and growth. With that, let me thank you very much for having spared your time to watch my video. Thank you. Have a great